Alright guys, I've arrived here in Niimi, up in Dogoyama prefecture, because today we're gonna be riding one of the least used railway lines in all of Japan. And I need to hurry because I only have like a 3-minute transfer. Alright guys, here it is. Track 1. The one-man train bound for Bingo Ochiai station on the Geibi line, which is one of the least used railway lines in all of Japan. There's actually quite a few people on board. Right, so as I said, the line I'm riding today is called the Geibi line, which is like a line that runs through the mountains of West Japan between the town of Niimi and the city of Hiroshima. It's a line that's like really well known for having a very low ridership, since it passes through like extremely rural areas in the mountains. The section of the line we're riding on today is between Niimi and Bingo Ochiai, which is the least used section of the line. So for the first part of the trip, this train actually doesn't travel on the Geibi line, but on the Hakubi line, which is like a larger line that goes from Dogoyama all the way to the west coast. But while on the Hakubi line, we actually stop at a station which only Geibi line trains can stop at, which is called Nonohara, and this station is known like among Japanese rail fans as something called like Kyoeki, which is basically means like a hidden station or a station with like a really isolated feeling. After Nonohara we stop at Bichu Kojiro, which is a pretty fun name for a station, Bichu, which is the first step where like people get off at. And after that we actually branch off to like the official Geibi line. So the first section of the Geibi line is the section between Bichu Kojiro and Tojo. And this section actually seems to have like a fair amount of riders on it, because there's actually quite a few people on board. But after Toyo station, I think most people will probably get off the train. Because after Toyo there really isn't like anything at all except like mountains. I think there are like a few stops where there are like houses and stuff. But other than that, it's basically just like wilderness, which is where I'm going in this video. So I'm on the Japanese Wikipedia page for the Geibi line. As you can see, and I've translated it with like the browser translating function, because it's got more information than the English version. And it has this like statistics for all the different portions of the line, how many users they have. So the section we just entered is Tojo to Bingo Ochiai, which is the least used section of this entire line. As you can see, in 2013 it had an average of 8 daily users, which is kind of crazy, but it's actually like increased over the years. Like in 2023 it had 20 daily users, which still isn't a lot, but crazy that it's gone up from like 8. Sometimes when you ride on this thing you hear like branches and stuff like crackling against the side of the train and stuff. Also notice how slow we're going around, I can see. That's one of the reasons why this line is so underused. It's very like slow and stuff, as you can see. So it's usually just faster to like drive and stuff. So most people just do that. Alright, as you can see, here is Tojo, where basically everyone got off. Now we're on the section, this section of the line. This is exactly where we are in Japan. We're on this section now, which is the least used section of this line. There are a bunch of some stations on this line I have marked them like as like pins on Google Maps, I remember, that are pretty famous for being like something called Hikyoiki, which are basically like stations that are quite hard to reach and feel very isolated. So I'm gonna see if we can see off some of those. We're not gonna get off, obviously, because I don't wanna be at those stations. This is the last train after all. So yeah. Also, this is the last station, Bingo Ochiai. It's a pretty interesting station because it's like one of those stations that's in the middle of nowhere, as you can see. Like there's like, I think there's like 2 or 3 houses around the station maybe. But it's actually like an interchange point between the Geibi line and whatever this line is called, I forgot. So that's pretty cool. So you can like change trains there and stuff. So that's pretty nice. It's probably like one of the strangest like transfer stations in all of Japan. Like just in the middle of the mountains. Soon arriving at this Bingo Yawata station, you can see. I don't really think there's much notable about this station. It looks pretty normal. I put like the passengers statistics on the screen right now, because that might be interesting. Also, they have a picture of the timetable there. It's a bit weird, but... Right, so here we have the fantastic timetable of the Geibi line. As you can see, we have for Bingo Ochiai, we have 3 trains a day. And this is the one I'm on right now, the 1914. And on the other direction for Niimi. Yeah, we're alive now. There are also 3 per day. And one that returns at 2049, which is the one I'll be taking. So this train goes to Bingo Ochiai, and then it will return to Niimi. So that's what I'm doing today. The station Bingo Yawata. Wait, what's it called again? Yawata. So that's what it looks like. Let's check out the toilets. Got like sinks and a toilet. That's pretty much it, I guess. So, toilet paper. Pretty nice. Basically a darkness and forest out there. It's like crazy. Mountain path right now. I don't even have like an internet connection. Also, this is the next station, which is one of the stations that's considered like a QAQ or like station that's really hard to reach and it's really isolated and stuff. Here's a bunch of definitions for it. I don't know if you hear it, but like occasionally you still hear like a bunch of like crashes and stuff. Just like glide across like the outside of the train. It's kinda scary, guys. Let's go see. A short glimpse of the station. That's the station building, it seems like. Over here we got small shacks. Seems like the platform is like surprisingly long at this station. Like we're stopped right now, but there's still a lot left. Still going really slow. Also, another fact about this station, Uchina, is that supposedly, according to Wikipedia, it had an average of like 0 daily users last year. I think it was last year, I forgot. So that's pretty cool. So now we're approaching where we're here right now. We are from like it's maybe a town here. I don't know, the internet connection is so bad. It's just like pixelated. It seems like there is a town here, so this is probably like one of the bigger stations on this part of the line. Then we get into like territory where there's nothing at all. Basically, there's a restaurant, I guess. There's one here as well on the right. So yeah. We're arriving in Yawata. Seems like kind of like a nice station. This is what it looks like. It's a nice little station building over there, I guess. Bye-bye, Yawata. Alright guys, so we're arriving at Dogoyama, I think that's how you pronounce it. Which is the highest point on the Geibi line at 611 meters. So that's pretty high. This is what it looks like during the day, I guess. Yeah, like this looks pretty nice actually. Probably doesn't look that nice at night because you can't see anything. But yeah, I can't say it's what it looks like. Let's say it says here it's 1 person a day average daily users 2021. So that's pretty crazy. Oh, we're already here. That's the station building. Let's check it out. Damn. Seems like they have like lots of like pictures from the surrounding area and stuff. That's pretty cool. I heard that's a station we're going to also have that sort of thing. Alright guys, so the next station is officially Bingo Ochiai, which is the last stop. I think the train is gonna stop here for like maybe 20 minutes or something like that before we go. Although the distance to there is pretty long, like you can see, they're pretty close, but the line goes like, is convoluted way up there, probably because it's going like, it's very hilly area and stuff, I don't know. So yeah. Alright guys, we're in another tunnel, as you can see. Right, so we're basically halfway there now from Dogoyama. What the red was called. It's like a huge tree. Dogoyama. Yeah. So anyways, we're soon at the infamous Bingo Ochiai station. Which is actually a pretty, like, it's a famous station if you're like a rail fan in Japan. Like a lot of like Japanese rail fans who know about it. But otherwise I don't think anyone ever has like a reason to go there unless you like live here. But then you're probably on a car, so. Right, so we are arriving I think at 1945. So it looks like we'll have like 25 minutes at least to check out the station before it goes back to Niimi. I think we're going down a pretty steep downhill now. If you can like feel the train braking a lot, we're still like maintaining the same speed. Alright guys, that's the announcement for Bingo Ochiai. I missed the first part of it. We are basically here now. So yeah, let's get ready to get off. We made it to Bingo Ochiai station. Here's the station sign. I've been wanting to come here for so long now, so this is really exciting. I spoke with the driver a little bit just to check like that it actually leaves the time I think it leaves, because I don't wanna be left here, and he confirmed it. So we got like 20 minutes to just explore this station. So as you can see, there's actually 3 tracks. We're on track number 3 right now, and this is track 2, which is for trains going towards Miyoshi, which is basically the direction of Hiroshima. So this line, the Geibi line, actually continues towards Hiroshima via Miyoshi, and this, I think this is the Kiseki line, I think, or maybe it goes from here, I'm not sure, but that basically goes up to Izumoshi, or Izumo city. So that's pretty cool. It's also one of those like really underused lines. So yeah, so check this out. Here we have the timetable. Yeah, it's the Kiseki line. Oh, it's bound for Shinji, sorry, it's not for Izumoshi, but it's basically the same thing. Alright, so let's check out the station, guys. We got this thing right here, where you can like take pictures and stuff. We got this weird little frog, so that's pretty cool. And over here we actually got a toilet, which is pretty fun for a station like this. And also another toilet. Maybe this is out of service, I don't know. Let's check it out, guys. There is a urinal. And then we have a Japanese style toilet. And a Western over there, although there was a spider, so I'm not gonna go there. Alright guys, so here is the station building. Please close the door to keep out insects. Yes, I very much will. Alright guys, here's the station building, and it's completely full of like pictures of like train things. So this is definitely the kind of place where like train fans go to. I think this is actually a picture of the Geibi line, maybe? No, I don't know actually. Although this looks like it's the Geibi line, because this is the station building that we're in right now, or maybe it's been rebuilt, I don't know. And here's the platform, and over here it's like a railway yard, which actually is out there, but it's basically just flat ground now. And I think this thing also still exists, like the turntable, because this station is fairly old, I think. Alright, what we got here? We got the timetable of the Japanese railways for 2025, so it's up to date. Here we got some fun facts about the station. Oh, here is actually an old station map. So we are right here now, and the train we came with is here. And then this line goes towards Hiroshima and Miyoshi, I think, and this is the Kiseki line that goes towards whatever Aika said, Shinji, towards Shinji. And up here is like a bunch of other tracks, and this is where the turntable was. Alright, here you actually got like a pretty good picture of the station. So this is what it used to look like back in the day. It says 1971. So you can see like the station building right here, the 2 platforms, and then like there's a rail yard here, and the turntable for like the steam locomotives. That's pretty cool. Also the town looked way bigger than it did now, I think, at least. I've not seen the town, so yeah. It wouldn't be a rural station without an Eki note, so let's check it out. If anyone's drawn anything like cool in it. There's not much drawing in this one, sadly. I'm gonna probably write something in this later, but not while I'm recording, obviously, because I can't write them. So yeah. So guys, this is what the front of the station looks like. I'll go out a bit so you can see. Here it is. Over there is the toilet, and then there is darkness. Oh, that's so cool. So yeah. So guys, I've checked out the station building now. So let's go back out here and see if we can see the turntable I was talking about. Still need to watch out for trains, even if there probably is not gonna be another one for like until like the morning. I think the next one is at like 6 a.m. or something. So I think the turntable is supposed to be over in that direction. Wait, there is actually like another train coming? What? Hold on guys, there's another train coming. I heard this and I was like panicking, like, wait, is the train leaving already? But no, I think it's the Kiseki line. Or wait, no. Oh, it's the other line, like Bingo Ochiai. No, it's the other. What's that? Sorry, guys. Oh, so this is. I think this also is the Geibi line that's coming from Miyoshi, and this is the Geibi line that's going to Niimi. Oh, I see. Right, it seems like this train is being taken out of service, so it's not gonna take any passengers going back to Miyoshi, I think. Well, so this makes this the last train of the day from Bingo Ochiai station. So yeah. So I tried taking some pictures in like low light towards where the rotating table thingy is. I don't know, forgot what it's called. I don't know how they turned out. I'm gonna see when I edit this video. Hopefully they turned out well. If not, then we'll just have to like imagine what it looks like. As you can see, all of these are like tracks that used for land like cargo trains and stuff. But supposedly, I think also night trains used to stop here before. I think there was a night train that ran from like Izumo down to Miyoshi or something. I'm gonna have to double check that. I read through the Wikipedia page quickly when I was on my way here. So that's pretty cool, I guess. Oh yeah, there he goes. I assume he's going back to Miyoshi's or somewhere. I don't know where the depot is. Alright, well I'm gonna get on this train now, because I definitely do not want to miss it. Goodbye, Bingo Ochiai station. Alright guys, we're leaving now. Oh, there is so much bugs and stuff. Let me see if I can find a clean spot. It's kinda clean. Yeah. Goodbye Bingo Ochiai. It's been very fun. It's a really cool place to go, especially in the middle of the night, I think. You got like the whole station to yourself. Guys, now I just need to get back to Niimi. I think I'm gonna get there like at 21:30 something. We're gonna get back to Niimi. So I'm just gonna sit here, enjoy my beautiful Pocari Sweat, which I'm going to drink very nicely. So yeah, still only me on the train. I doubt anyone will get on, even like until Niimi. I'm probably gonna be alone all the way to Niimi. Alright guys, I made it back to Niimi station, as you can see right here on the big station sign. So yeah, that was the Geibi line, which is one of the least used railway lines in all of Japan, if not the least used. I don't actually know which one is the least used railway line in Japan. So yeah, anyways, let's check out the station a little bit before we end the video. So we were on track 1 and 2, and there is also track 5 and 6. I don't know if there is any other tracks between that. That's pretty strange. Alright, so there is trains that go here to Dogoyama and to Yonago and Matsue, and also to Izumoshi, so that's pretty handy. They go from the platform over here. And this way is the exit, so I'm gonna go check the exit out. And we'll like end the video in front of the station. I think that's pretty good. Seems like the lavatory is like in that building there. Here's what the station looks like if it will focus. There we go. So yeah. Basically no one here. There were like 2 people in the waiting room. Also, I was alone for the whole ride. Except for like a short section, there was a guy who got on and then he got off at Tojo, and then after that I was all alone again with the driver. So yeah, it seems like the statistics on Wikipedia sound pretty reasonable. So guys, this is Niimi station. As you can see, it's quite a small town, so I think my hotel is the one that's just right, that building out across the river there. It was pretty cheap, so I'm staying there tonight. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave some comments down below what you think about the Geibi line. I know there's been a lot of discussions about closing it down. Let me know what you guys think, if they should like keep it open or not. But yeah, I would definitely recommend visiting it before it closes, if it does. So yeah, thanks for watching, and bye bye.